Tensions are high as President Trump has charged that the U.S. is being taken advantage of by other members of the NATO alliance, which was established in 1914 to counter the Soviet Union. His main objection is that a number of member states have not increased their defense budgets to meet a 2014 goal. According to the president's tweet today, many countries in NATO, which we are expected to defend, are not only short of their current commitment of 2%, which is low, but are delinquent for many years in payments that have not been made. Will they reimburse the U.S.? According to the BBC, NATO figures released this week show the extent of the shortfall, with 24 of the alliance's 29 members forecast to fall below their target of spending 2% of their GDP on defense in 2018. The U.S. currently spends more than 3.5% of its GDP on defense, paying about 22% of NATO's total running costs for defense. President Trump will obviously be pressuring other nations to pull their weight during the NATO summit. On Tuesday, Donald Tusk, president of the European Union, criticized Trump over the stance, tweeting, "Dear real Donald Trump, U.S. doesn't have and won't have a better ally than the EU." Really? We spend on defense much more than Russia and as much as China. I hope you have no doubt this is an investment in our security, which cannot be said with confidence about Russia and China's spending. But ladies and gentlemen, Trump is not playing games. According to his tweet, always putting America first, he took Tusk to task, tweeting, "The European Union makes it impossible for our farmers and workers and companies to do business in Europe. The U.S. has a $150 billion trade deficit with the EU, and then they want us to happily defend them through NATO and nicely pay for it? That just doesn't work." Well, we can definitely see that the NATO summit is off to a contentious start, and an insult from a mouthy reporter who confronted President Trump as he boarded Marine One didn't help matters at all. As the president has made his way to Marine One, a reporter brazenly asked him to comment on the deadline the government missed to reunite all undocumented children under the age of 5 with their parents. President Trump's solution was one for the ages. Quote, "Well, I have a solution. Tell people not to come to our country illegally. That's the solution. Don't come to our country illegally. Come like other people do. Come legally. I'm saying this, we have laws. We have borders. Don't come to our country illegally. It's obviously not a good thing." Unquote. And as President Trump noted, the migrants who infiltrate our porous southern borders and probably northern borders in order to enter the country illegally, breaking the law as their very first act on U.S. soil, then they expect to be afforded every convenience. They expect to be given jobs that should rightfully be filled by American citizens. They expect to be eligible for IDs and driver's licenses and financial aid, and they don't want to be separated from their families. Well, according to United States laws, once you cross that border, they come in immediately as criminals and expect to be treated as first-class American citizens. It's mind-boggling. President Trump is not going to have it, obviously. He's putting America first on all fronts, from immigration to NATO. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, they've probably taken it out of the dictionary at this point, but 50 years ago, the word citizen also means employee or slave